And now we're gonna see, because we're gonna talk about this AFC North. All right. That was an electric panel. Electric panel. If you haven't watched it, go back and check it out. I promise you. If you don't have a fan of a football team, just go back and watch all those panels, and you might actually want to sign up for a team. But we gotta talk about this AFC North. No, not the Chargers.
No, not the Chargers. Mike Williams. This is a Mike Williams that played years ago. Not that Mike Williams.
Yeah, he played for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yep. Joe, you on mute.
I thought it was the Bucks.
He played. I think he played on both teams.
He played for both of them. He played because he played with Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how young he is. Yeah, I see you thinking. Don't think about it too much right now, because I gotta come to you right quick, because you gotta be the icebreaker for this. AFC North. Who you got?
It was crazy because when you made me go first, y'all was like, "You gonna put me first for AFC North?" The most toughest division we gotta do. All right. Let's start from the bottom up, okay? Number 4, the Browns. All right. The Browns are the most mysterious, unpredictable team in this division. They could be one of the worst teams in the AFC. They're going to be an average team, or they could flat out win this division. All right. So that's how curious I am with these Browns. But I'm gonna go with them being 4th. All right. I'm not going to count them out. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not putting my money on Deshaun Watson reverting back to who he was already. All right. I saw a big fall off last year from what he was before he got suspended. All right. So I don't know about that. They do have Amari Cooper, People Jones, and Njoku. Yeah, they do have one of the best offensive lines in football and defensive lines, right? They went guys Xavier Smith. And their defense is actually good. Nick Chubb, they got pieces. But Deshaun Watson is my X factor. He looked too bad last year. Nowhere near where he was. Now, if Deshaun Watson could be, 85% where he was when he's in Houston, then yeah, they could be a really good team. But I don't know if he's going to be that, to tell you the truth. Even when I saw in the preseason, he didn't look nowhere near this Deshaun Watson. I remember, even in the preseason. So I want to say they're going to be 4th. Number 3, Pittsburgh. Number 3. Now, if there are going to be 3 teams come out one division, it's going to be the AFC North. All right?
How you clean that up?
No, for real. I think the Steelers could make the playoffs. I think the Steelers could win 10 games in this division and still lose the division. All right? I think they're going to win 10 games. Now, the Steelers, obviously, they got better just because they grew up. Kenny Pickett got better off of 1 year. George Pickett's going to get better off of another year, right? So their defense is going to be healthy this year, hopefully. TJ Watt don't get hurt. They added some pieces defensively when they got Pat Pete. They drafted Joey Porter Jr., right? So they got great pieces. They're still young. And the reason why I don't have them 3rd, because not only Pittsburgh got better, so did the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrow did have an injury, but they went and got another offensive line, stole it from the Chiefs, brought it to the Bengals, and to show the offensive line once again. They could, every year they add another offensive lineman just to help Joe Burrow. Don't forget, Jamar Chase missed 5 or 6 games last year. He's healthy now. T. Higgins is playing for a contract. T. Higgins is trying to get paid, so he has to ball out. All right. So, and Joe Burrow is just better than Kenny Pickett, better than Deshaun Watson. So I got Joe Burrow and the Bengals winning the 2nd seed. And lastly, number 1 seed, the Ravens. I got Lamar winning MVP this year. MVP. All right. Lamar Jackson, dual threat. Got the ball in his hands, scoring out of the pocket. He could take off a 75-yard run, or he could launch that jump to either Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, Bateman, Aguilar. All right. So they got all these pieces. All right. J.K. Dobbins is healthy, right? He's healthy. He hasn't really played with Lamar for real. Y'all saw what he did when Lamar got hurt. He took over that team. He started killing. And that defense, that Ravens defense was top 3 in scoring last year. As soon as they got Roquan Smith on that defense, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. They started dominating. They almost, I think somebody said on the panel, they almost beat the Bengals without Lamar Jackson, with Tyler Huntley. Even that last game of the season against the Bengals, they had like 5 turnovers and still almost won. So I got the Ravens. The only reason why the Bengals has been winning the division is because Lamar's getting hurt. But I think now because Lamar's paid, he got a contract now. All right, he gonna really play through that injury. He said he can't play through. All right, so I got the Ravens being number 1 seed, Bengals second, Steelers third, Browns fourth.
Wow. That was a good. I like the way you cleaned that up there, because I'm not seeing 3 teams coming out of this division. I can see Pittsburgh winning 10 games, but I don't see 3 teams coming out of this division. Like I said, that panel was so electric, man. I had to go back and watch it before I made my decision, because Dave said the last division was tough for him. It's this one. You talk about quarterbacks. I mean, of course, on the scale of quarterbacks, Pickett would be a step down, but Watson don't look like his normal self. So is he on that same almost tier? Because they both got to show improve. Because like you said, if Watson could be 85% of what he was with the Texans, have we seen it? Have we even seen a flash, a glimpse? I mean, the Kodak, nothing. We haven't seen it yet, So with that being said, I like Amari Cooper, but he only gonna play 8 games. I promise y'all that. Yeah, I can say I'm hating, but go back and look at the facts. He gonna give you 8 solid games. That might be the 8 games they need to get him over the hump. I just don't see it. I got the Browns finishing last.
Mm-hmm.
Man, from 3-2-1, this is when it gets ugly, because I looked at the Steelers and I said they could be third, but you got Pickett, then you got Pickens, then you got the running back, then you got their defense. The steel curtain. You never know with this team. And then you look at the Ravens. You like, is Lamar Lamar got everything he need now. He got his contract. He got wide receivers. He got a running back. He got defense. He got all that. He got the number 1 kicker. But is he going to actually stay healthy? That was the only thing that was keeping me on the fence with it. So I got the Ravens finish third, because I don't know if Lamar gonna finish the season. And then I got the Steelers coming in at number 2, because again, I don't like how the disrespect for Dak be there, but I also went back and looked at some plays for Kenny Pickett, and the way the team is talking about him and just the way he taking control of that offense, I think he's gonna give them just enough for them to maintain that 2nd seed in this division, and that defense is gonna have his back. Again, the only reason Lamar is third is because of the health factor. Of course, Burrow going into the season not healthy, but I mean, coming off a Super Bowl loss, they almost made the Super Bowl again. What can you say? What's going wrong there? And they only got better. They added an extra piece of that offensive line. Joe Mixon took the running back discount so he can come back, so they can keep the nucleus there. And again, I'm gonna steal this one out of your bag, Joe. Until somebody else show me they can win this division, I'm going with the Bengals. So that's my lineup right there. What you got, Dave?
Hey, Dave, before you go, can I address these comments what Jerron's throwing out here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're not scared of Ravens. They got to stay healthy. Now, you banking on the Ravens get injured, then yeah, you got a case, right? Best, you say we got the best coach and the best defense in the division, but you don't have the best quarterback. I'm sorry, you don't.
That's true.
You just don't. All right, you don't have the best quarterback. Like, these are elite quarterbacks we're talking about in y'all division. Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, MVP, and Joe Burrow, Super Bowl runner-up, and back-to-back years when he's been in the MVP conversation. Back-to-back years. So the Ravens, every time Lamar is in the lineup, they are the best team in the AFC until he gets hurt every year. So if they're healthy. And then Joe Burrow, I mean, what else can I say about Joe Burrow? Go ahead, Dave.
So I'm going to scroll up to another comment that I saw when this started.
Okay.
Do me a favor, please.
Thomas, I ain't feel like touching I don't even feel like going to the song.
So I don't have this same order, but it's not too far off.
Stop the cap.
I have the Bengals also finishing last in this division. Simply because now for fantasy purposes, I hope that I'm completely wrong about this. I hope that I'm wrong. But I am very, very cautious about Joe Burrow playing
Mm-hmm.
playing healthy. For one, he does not play that well against the Browns. And I think this game could be scary that's the first team that he plays. So I believe like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I'm not wishing any kind of injury to anyone, but I believe somehow, some way, Joe Burrow is not going to be able to play all 17 games this season. And that's what scares me because his backup is not good enough. I think the Bengals finish last. Third, I have the Browns. I have the Browns finishing third. Simply, one because of injury, because due to Joe Burrow, I believe, like I said, I believe something may not happen to him. I believe Deshaun Watson does not have a bounce back season, but I believe he plays better than he did last year. Seeing as though he didn't. Yes, he had an off season last year, but he was not there throughout all the weeks going up to the last game to where he played. He played at the end of the season pretty much, and he had to pretty much figure out how to run the offense. And when the season was pretty much already done, kind of sort of. I have the Steelers finishing second. So, Tomo, we agreed that the Steelers will finish second. I believe this season, George Pickens will show why he's the best receiver on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe Deontay Johnson is really good. He's a very underrated receiver, but I believe George Pickens is going to have a monster year this year. I'm thinking he goes for at least 1,300 yards and about 10, 11 touchdowns.
Dang.
I think he's going to have a great season this year. I really do. I like what I'm hearing from camp. I like what I saw in preseason, even though it's just preseason. I love what this kid is made of. JJ Watt is back healthy. I mean, not JJ Watt, but TJ Watt. Sorry. Charge it to my head, not my heart, Vaughn. TJ Watt is back healthy. I believe that's going to be a major difference in this team's defense. So that's going to help them get to the second seed. And I believe they go back to the playoff this year with Mike Tomlin and that defense. And I believe Pickens is going to have a better year this year as well. Now, Ravens are going to finish first. And Joe, I'm with you. I also have Lamar winning MVP this year.
For real? Dang.
I also have Lamar Jackson winning MVP this year. But I also have something else I want to say about MVP. Because I believe if the Browns play great, Deshaun Watson will win MVP. If they play great.
Now. I mean, that's easy. If they play great. I mean,
I'm just saying he has the tools. The last time he played a full season, he led the league in passing.
Did they make the playoffs?
They did not. I'm just saying.
I was making sure.
I'm just saying it could happen. This is a very different team. Remember, he did not have DeAndre Hopkins during that time, and he still led the league in passing. So he has Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones. He still has Nick Chubb back there, so that's possible. But I believe the Ravens win this division. I believe Lamar Jackson has another great season. I'm not going to say he throws for 4,000 yards. I'm going to say he throws for 3,500 yards this year. I say he throws for 3,500, but also runs over, I'm going to say 8 to 1,000 yards this year. And the total, I'm saying about 35 touchdowns altogether. So I believe he's going to have a great year this year with Odell, Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I got Ravens winning this division.
Yeah, he might he might rack up these touchdowns. That's what I think he's going to do, and they're going to win a lot of games. You know, so that's why I got him MVP. So there it is. But Deshaun Watson win MVP? Nah.
For me,
I
he's
mean-
just a dark horse if he just gets it together. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I didn't say it will. I'm just saying he's very capable of doing that because he has a full all season and he actually is focused on football and not all those cases that he had. He had a lot to do with last season. So I believe it's going to be a little bit different.
You on mute, Tomo? You pulling me?
Oh man! All right, I got a nice rebuttal about the Browns, but I'm gonna leave it in the chats. So when I tell y'all how to click that link in the description, cliffhanger. But it's definitely about them Browns. Still on mute.
No, you ain't for me.
Oh, all right, you got me. Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right.
Make sure y'all click that link in the description so you can become a member. Because I'm telling you, I might start something tonight. I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna start something. I'm gonna pull a Dave. So click the link in the description. You become a member today. We got 3 levels for you. We have the pro level, the all-star, and the superstar. The pro level at $2.99, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.